Hello, my YouTube friends. Thank you for visiting my channel at Jackson Digital Assets and Investments. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel below. And let's get to it. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the Blast ecosystem, the Blast Layer 2 using optimistic rollup technology. In this video, I will be covering the Blast L2 in depth and give you several reasons why I am so bullish on this new Layer 2 blockchain that has yet to launch its token Blast. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this token will be launched toward the latter end of May. For those of you who haven't heard of Blast, well, Blast is a new Layer 2 based on the use of optimistic rollups like the Optimism chain, where it launched its mainnet on February 29th, 2024. And the launch has been successful, and there has been many dApps launching on its platform, in which we will cover in more future details. But I want to show you this little info diagram or infographic of the different and various dApps that have already launched, and they're doing a really good job so far. So please stay tuned, because I will be covering more of these dApps in further detail so that you can get in early before this chain really gets a lot of popularity amongst the retailers. So they have launched the standard dApps that you can see on other L2s, such as Arbitrum or Optimism. We see things such as meme coins, perp dexes, spot dexes, lending and borrowing platforms, NFTs, gaming, SocialFi, and other miscellaneous projects. So please stay tuned, because we're going to be covering these projects in more depth and see how you can get involved into them very early. And also in the next video that I'm having coming up that I'm working on, we'll also be talking about how you can begin to use these protocols and these different dApps so that you can earn Blast Gold and Blast Points. Okay, so the number one reason why, I'm gonna give you three reasons why I am so bullish on this Blast, this new L2. One of the reasons why I'm so bullish is the track record of the founder and developer Pac-Man, and his competent network and his team. So this is a picture of the founder. His name Pac-Man. He was initially anonymous, but he has recently doxed himself and had several interviews. A very intelligent guy who has been instrumental in the success of several companies. And he also attended the prestigious school MIT, where he has networked with some of the most brilliant minds in the science and technology sphere. So this is a reason why I'm so bullish, because he's very networked. He's very intelligent. And some of his team members, if you look at, we could look at the devs right here. We could look at this link and look at some of the some information here. But basically, some of the devs, his team members, has come from Fang, Yale, MIT, Nanyang Technological University, Seoul National University, and some of these team members have worked on some of the largest protocols in DeFi and Web3, but primarily on Ethereum, but also on other chains like Solana. So this is why I'm so bullish, because he has such a rich background, an in-depth background in the science and technology sphere, and plus his team is very, very knowledgeable in this space, and it's good to have a very competent team with lots of years of experience in blockchain specifically. But Pac-Man also created Blur, the top NFT marketplace protocol on Ethereum, with over 333,000 users and 7 billion worth of NFTs traded. So this guy already has a track record of success, because Blur basically became the fifth largest airdrop in Ethereum history. And so Pac-Man's project is also backed by some very significant VCs in the crypto space, as Paradigm and Standard Crypto, where they raised approximately $20 million. So they're backed by some very reputable VCs and companies. And I also included in the description section below a video where Pac-Man is interviewed in depth. And let me show you this video, and I'm going to leave a link to it right here. It's by a channel called Bankless, and this is one of my favorite videos I like watching. So I'm going to leave a link to it below so you can get some more information and a little bit more in depth on the founder and why he founded the L2, why he founded Blur, and what the future of this L2 and his Blur project. So I encourage you to look at that video and watch it in its entirety because it has so much information in it. Okay, so the reason number two that I'm so bullish on this particular project is the fact that it offers native yield on Ethereum and stable coins without users having to stake any of their coins. So Blast basically makes use of the Lido Finance platform to stake ETH on L1, and all the yield automatically goes to the users at a 4% yield. And so this is one reason why I am so bullish because of this fact of the native yield of the Ethereum and stable coins. And secondly, Blast makes use of MakerDAO to provide yield for the stable coins such as USDC, USDT, and DAI. So users who bridge stable coins, you can switch them over to receive USDB, which is the USD on Blast, and earn native yield. And this yield comes from MakerDAO's on-chain TBO protocol. So basically, USDB can be redeemed for DAI when you bridge back to Ethereum. Now, one of the things that some people say is a negative is that that basically the yields are low comparable to other ways of earning yield. But one of the things I like about this chain this L2 is basically you don't have to stake your coins or your tokens. You just automatically earn yield into your wallet. So that's one thing, the less friction that you have, I think is better. So for somebody like this new to the space, they don't even have to worry about trying to stake their tokens to a protocol or anything like that. They just basically keep their tokens in their wallet and they automatically earn yield. So this is one of the things that I like about it. Also, there has been some complaints in the community about, basically just using Lido and MakerDAO. But the founder did indicate that in the future, the Blast community will have the power to supplement or even fully replace Lido and MakerDAO with basically Blast native solutions or other third-party protocols. But if you look at that video that I shared in the description section below, Pac-Man gives his reasoning, and it makes a lot of sense on why he chose, basically a secure and reputable with a very long track record such as Lido and MakerDAO to use at the beginning, which makes a lot of sense. You don't want to get into some kind of protocol that's very new and something goes wrong. So reason number three is basically Blast has an ongoing attractive incentives for developers and users. So creating ongoing incentives for developers and user alike, I think this is an extremely attractive proposition because basically most of the protocols that I've seen launched, most of the developers or teams in trying to develop a dApp, they basically would have to apply for some type of grant and hopefully they'll receive the grant. And it's just a kind of complicated process. But the thing I like about this attractive incentives for developers and users is that Blast has a way of rewarding dApps, for launching their products on the Blast L2. Okay, so Pac-Man basically, let's look at this from two different perspectives about these incentives for developers and the incentives for users. So from a developer perspective, Pac-Man indicated that developers will have the option to turn on a feature in their dApps, or they can just simply launch their project since it's EVM compatible. But yield as a primitive unlock new business model for dApps. So ETH and stablecoin bridge to Blast automatically earn yield, which we already talked about. So dApps can easily monetize deposits with a single configuration. And I believe this is going to kind of revolutionize crypto, and developers will probably come up with unique and novel ways to utilize this yield that's coming from their dApps. But they do have that option to turn this feature on, or they can turn it off and just launch their dApp. So that's up to them. But I think that's going to be pretty much a good thing for them if they turn it on. And from a user perspective, of course, we already talked about when you hold ETH, USDC, these stable coins in your wallet, you're going to earn yield. So this is incentives for developers and for users. So we can also look at the gas fee from a user perspective and a developer's perspective. So the gas fee from a developer perspective is that L2s will be able to keep revenue from the gas fees for themselves. So Blast gives this revenue to developers programmatically, 100%, and they can keep this revenue for themselves, or they can use it to subsidize gas fees for their users. So this gas fee, from a user perspective, is that developers of a user app decides if they decide to subsidize gas fees, this will basically offset our gas fees, which will basically be a saving features for us. So as you can see, this gas fee will basically will be attractive to the developer and the user. Okay, so again, both sides get something from it. And then let's look at the airdrop from a developer perspective and an airdrop from user perspective. So 50% of the Blast airdrop will go to dApps every 2 weeks based on their Blast goal. So this Blast goal that dApps will receive will based on their TVL and their activity. So that's one thing I love about, man, this project is so, God, this is ingenious. That's why I love this L2 so much. Because they are actually rewarding dApps based on what they're doing. Are they productive? Is their TVL increasing? Is there activity in that dApp? So I think this is more like a honest type of incentive, because if you're going to do something and you're productive and you're successful, then you should get awarded for it. And I think that's awesome. And then the airdrop from the user perspective. So 50% of the Blast airdrop will go to users based on their wallet and dApp Blast points balance. And I believe this will be another good way to award the people that are active on the chain. That's what I love about this L2, that is actually one of the key driving point of Blast L2 is that it's rewarding people that are actually part of, that's synergistic with this chain, that's part of it, that's active, that's doing something. That's who's going to be rewarded, and that's what I like about it. So in the next video, I'm going to also be talking about a little bit more in depth about the Blast goal and about the Blast points, because it's kind of a little bit, it could be a little bit confusing. So I'm going to go into a lot of detail in the Blast points and Blast goal and how you can earn it and things of that nature. So as you can see from these 3 reasons why I'm so bullish on this Blast L2. Of course, the track record of the founder and developer Pac-Man is number 1. His competent team. Reason 2, Blast is the only L2 that offers native yield on Ethereum and Stable coins. And number 3, the final reason why I'm so bullish on it is the fact that they have ongoing attractive incentives for developers and for users. So I love this project, and I'm just really hope that you subscribe to my channel and stay tuned, because I'm going to be covering a lot of things on Blast L2 because I really like, this is one of my favorite L2s going into the bull market. And I think, as they say in the bull market, people are looking for the shiny new thing. And I don't like this just because it's the shiny new thing, but keep in mind that that's what people are going to be looking for, that shiny new thing. Because, of course, in the last bull run, we had the optimism, we had the arbitrums, we had those type of L2s that were very popular, and now people are going to be looking for the next coming L2. And I think this L2 is going to just really blow people's mind because of that one feature that the other L2s don't have, and that's native yield. So I encourage you to please stay tuned. Give me a like below if you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to comment below. I love the comments. And just stay tuned, because I have a lot more content coming on the Blast L2. Okay, so until next time, and I'm also going to leave my invite code below if you want to go ahead and get started by joining and bridging over your funds over to this L2 bridge using the Blast bridge. You can begin to do that already. And I'm going to leave, but you'll need an invite code too below. So I'm going to leave that below so you can get started if you want to, or you can wait till the next video. And until next time, you be blessed.